successful installation is, number one, is compacting the sand in the joint.
Right.
So our poly sand, loosely swept into a space, has 30% wood space.
Okay.
Right. So it's like a loose density. So you don't want that,
Right.
because really, if you're looking at the space with the sand in there loosely filled, you have polymer beads here, and they're kind of far apart, and it's 30% void space for water and things like that.
Okay.
And so, so what you want to do is you want to fill that joint, use a compactor or a vibrator to take all that void space out.
Okay.
Now you've reduced, you've increased the density, you've reduced the void space, and you've got all those polymers a lot closer together. And the polymer is the glue.
Right. Okay.
So the more polymers you get into a certain space, and the closer the glue is together, the stronger it's going to be.
Gotcha.
It's going to be less prone to water intrusion. It's going to be denser. So that's what creates a good solid foundation for the watering crust at the top. And then the key to get this type of a crust, this thick of a crust, is a lot of water. So with the G2 product that you guys carry, it's 30 seconds for 30 square feet, very well saturated, and the result's going to be great.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you don't do those kinds of things, you end up with results like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
very thin crust, very weak. Not supported by a good, dense, compacted sand layer below it, and it's going to fail.
So you want to get this all the way down to the bottom of the paper.
Yeah, you want to get the sand all the way down.
Yeah, as far as deep as you get it.
Yeah, all the way down. So the process is sweep it in, run the plate compactor or roller compactor over it. You'll see it. You'll see it visibly go down.
Right.
Sweep more sand into the joint and repeat that until it's not going down anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then the final step is to sweep up all the sand off the surface, and then set that height where you need it to be, which is 1/8 of an inch below the chamfered edge,
Okay.
the vertical edge.
Right there.
So,
gotcha.
yeah, and
Just like that. Okay.
yep. And so when we were talking earlier about why that's important too, is number one, Teco makes a great product, and there's a visual appeal to the chamfer that they design each of the different pavers for,
Right.
or with, and so you don't want to disguise
Cover
that,
that, right.
You want to let that show through,
Right. Okay.
But there's two reasons why it's important to keep it low. Number one is this is not a wearing surface. The paver's the wearing surface. So you want foot traffic and you want vehicular traffic on the paver, not on the polysand. So if I have it up too high,
Right.
Now vehicles and foot traffic is going to wear on this, and eventually it's going to come away. And then you're also creating a weak point.
Okay.
Because when they bring it up, it's going to be laying on that chamfer.
Yep.
And it's kind of feathered edge there, and it's going to be very easy to kind of pull away there. So when I have it all swept in and compacted, and then I take a blower and I set the sand height where I want it, and now I water it. So imagine I'm watering, and this is acting like a funnel with the paver on the other side.
Right.
Now it's got a recess there, and it's funneling water into the product. If I had the dry sand up here, it's not going to accept water readily, right? To get if you think you're watering it adequately, it's not enough water. So there's a lot of reasons why we say what we say, and why it's right.